If you have a prolapse, there's often this fear that strength training is now off the table. But during menopause, avoiding strength training can actually make so many things worse. We need strength training to keep our bones strong, our muscles working, and to control our blood sugar. So in this video, I'm breaking down my 3 non-negotiable rules for strength training with a prolapse. Plus, I'll walk you through 4 exercises you can safely do so that you can start lifting again with confidence. Rule number 1, start light or with no weight at all. If you are brand new to strength training, or if you've taken a break since discovering your prolapse, start super light. You would much rather finish your workout feeling, woohoo, I did it, I feel great, I can't wait to do this again, rather than, aw shoot, now I'm feeling my prolapse and I'm going to need to spend some days getting it to simmer down again. You can always do more in your next workout. Rule number 2, add 1 new exercise each workout as you're progressing. So you're gonna pick one of the exercises I show you today and you're gonna start there. The next time you exercise, you add 1 new exercise in. The next time you go to work out, you add a 3rd exercise in. That way you will know if one exercise bothers you specifically and you can just avoid that one. And then that way you don't get totally thrown off track. Rule number 3, you've got to breathe. You got to breathe properly throughout the movement of each individual exercise. We exhale with the work part of the move and we inhale during the easy part of the move. And I'm going to cue you and I'm going to show you when we get down to the studio and I demonstrate the exercises. Okay? So now's the time. I'm going to head down to my studio and I'm going to demonstrate 4 exercises. 2 exercises for the upper body, 2 exercises for the lower body. We're focusing on compound movements. That means that we're getting more bang for our buck. We're moving more muscles, spending less time, which is great news for all of us. Okay, so that's it. Come along and I will see you in the studio. So the first exercise I'm going to show you is the chest press. You're going to need 2 sets of weights. Remember, you're starting light. So start with 5-pound or an 8-pound, just so that you feel good when this is over and not like you pushed it and now you have to baby your prolapse. We don't want you babying your prolapse when you're done here. So 5 and 8 pounds, chest press, works the chest, the shoulders, the backs of the arms. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So you are going to lie on your back. Okay, you're going to just lie on your back. 1 weight on each side of you makes it a little bit easier. Okay, like so. 1 arm here, 1 arm here, right like this. And you see how my elbows are kind of tucked into my sides like this, okay? So from here, your abdominals are engaged, your shoulders are away from your ears, and all you're doing from here, you inhale before you start, and then as you exhale, you with lots of control, raise your arms up towards the ceiling, keeping your abdominals not squeezed, but engaged. Okay, shoulders are away from your ears, and then you inhale for the easy part, right, where you're lowering the weights down with control. So that's 1 time. Exhale, push, and slowly lower. So because your elbows come in tucked to your sides, everything is pretty much right over your shoulders, it keeps you a little more controlled. The further away your hands are from your midline, the harder it can be to maintain core control. And when you're starting out, you just really want to be sure that your core is not being super challenged. You should be able to do 10, 12, 15 of these without a big problem. When you're starting out, you don't need to be doing 6 reps. You want to be able to do a good set, keeping the tension out of your neck, right? So you feel it in your backs of your upper arms and in your shoulders and in your chest. You exhale, push, and then inhale, the weights come down to your sides. Nice and controlled.
With free weights, right, there's a lot of control, right? Stabilizing, so you get more engagement with muscles than you would if you were at the gym doing this on a machine, which is good. I'm gonna do maybe 3 more. Inhale, they come down. Exhale, you press. Inhale, you come down. Make sure you're not squeezing your butt. No clenching. You really shouldn't have any real engagement down below, just relaxed. Last one, we'll do 1 more, push, and then slowly down, okay? So that's exercise number 1, which is kind of a modified chest press where your elbows are in, you're pushing, working your chest, your shoulders, and the underside of your upper arms while you're keeping all of this nice and controlled. Okay, that's exercise number 1. Good job, everybody. Exercise number 2 is perfect because we're just gonna stay where we are. You're gonna maybe move this out of your way. And we're gonna do a bridge. And you might be thinking, I have prolapse. I do bridges all the time. Well, that's great. You do bridges all the time. You have prolapse. Well, how about you add weight to your lift? So you can grab something like, this is just a 5-pound weight. Your heels are close to your body. You should be able to touch your heels with your fingers. And you've got a weight here and it just rests on your hips, okay? If you have not been doing any bridging, then do this but with no weight and just get your base together before you add weight because your body weight might be enough. So this is a bridge. It works your bum muscles, it works your hamstrings, so your glutes, your hamstrings, it works your low back, it works your core musculature when you're doing it right. You don't want any stress in your shoulders, and you're exhaling as you push up, and you're inhaling as you slowly lower your hips down to the ground. So like this. Weights lightly on your hips. Inhale before you start, and then you exhale. Hips come up. Hold for a count, and then slowly lower right back down again, nice and even. And then exhale to lift. So you create like a big triangle under you, right? Everything's linear, nice triangle, hamstrings, glutes, a little bit of low back. And it's okay to feel your low back working. Those are muscles, they should be working too. You just want to feel like you're straining and then slowly lowering back down. So we'll do 10 of these. Exhale, push up. Slowly lowering back down. And with these, you might feel your pelvic floor engaging, right? Because you're working this general area. Inhale, your pelvic floor lowers. When you're breathing out, your pelvic floor lifts, and then you come back down. Nice and controlled on the way down. Push through your heels up. Slowly back down. Exhale up. Squeezing all these muscles. Slowly down. Do a couple more. And one more. Through the heels up, creating that triangle. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Engaging all your muscles, your legs. And then slowly lower. All right, and you can put that away, and you can do your little rock, little stretch before we stand up, and we try 2 more exercises, but we're going to be standing up. Okay, so next we're going to try a squat. Okay, squatting works primarily your lower body, great for your glutes, great for your quads, but you're also working a little stability depending on how you're doing it, which is great for everything. And so this is what we do. I like to use a box when we're starting out with squatting. It helps to cue what you want to be doing. Your feet are about hip width apart, okay? So not super wide, not super narrow, about, you know, reasonable amount. Like if you were gonna stand up out of a chair, how you would feel. And squats, you got lots of variables for squats. So we're gonna do it like this today. You know, your heels are kind of close to the box, but not super close to the box, and you start nice and tall, okay? Abdominals engaged, the whole thing. You're going to lower yourself down, inhaling, and right when your tushy touches the bench, you're gonna stand right back up. That's one. Slowly lower, inhaling, exhale, right back up. Slowly lowering, looks good, and right back up. Slowly lowering. Weights in your heels, typically when you're squatting, you just don't want to be rolling around in your feet. Your feet are flat, there's no lifting your toes when you're learning. There's so many variations, but if you're just learning how to squat, I feel like learning the very basic is the best way to go, and then there's variations you can learn once you have a good foundation for movement. Okay. And inhale down, exhale, engage, and lift up. Slowly lower, exhale, and push up. Right, so here you see I'm not using any weight. But if you really wanted to, you could grab here if you wanted to progress, and you could go down and right back up. Now remember, the rule is to do one thing first. So if you are brand new to getting back into it again, do it without weight. Inhale, lower, exhale, push. I'll do some over here so you can see me from the front. Okay, so if you're brand new to working out, tap and push. Slow on the way down, your butt just lightly, the hamstrings tap, and then you push back up. You want to feel your quads, you really want to feel your glutes. Glutes are super important if you're dealing with prolapse. So you want to be sure you're not too front heavy right now, and focus on getting the back muscles to work, to wake up. Do a couple more. Push up. Slow. And push. Perfect. So that's it. Remember, you can use a weight, but I recommend the first time when you're running through everything, just don't use weights. Because, like I said, you want to finish and feel like, oh, I could do that again, no problem. It's so much better for our mind to feel like we've got this. And for a lot of us, it's just setting aside the time to actually do it, rather than worrying about how intense it is right out of the gate. Intensity comes after volume, so you have to create the volume, which is the time to do it, before you can start doing more intense things. So just getting a foundation. Okay, so my last exercise that I'm going to show you is a row. So we work the chest here, and this time we're going to do a pulling exercise, which utilizes your upper and mid back, these bicep muscles in the front of the arm, and also with the row you do get some core work because we're going to do it bent over. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to grab 2 of my lighter weights, right? We're just building a foundation. My feet are about shoulder width apart. They can be closer, they can be further, whatever feels good to you. And then you're going to hinge forward from the hips with a flat back. You see how I'm not like this? You want to be hinged, flat. Shoulders aren't like this, they're down. Your eyes are looking down towards the floor. Your abdominals are engaged. And then to work your upper and mid back, you're just pulling your weights into your armpits. You're squeezing your elbows in like you're trying to squeeze them together. and then you're lowering slowly back down. So it's exhale to pull, and then it's slow to lower as you inhale, and you do it again. So do you see how everything in your body stays super still? It's just really two joints on each side working. Your shoulders and your elbows are the only joints moving. You should feel your upper back between your shoulder blades. Posture muscles, super important, and lower. Now, because I'm holding a little bit of a semi-squat here, you're gonna feel your legs. And if you push through the floor with your heels, you're gonna feel your glutes. Exhale, pull. Again, you wanna do 10 to 15. You're not doing intensity yet. You're working on volume. Exhale, pull. Back is flat. There's none of this. There's none of this. It's just flat and pull, okay? Do 3 more. Exhale, pull. Inhale, release slowly. 2 more. Exhale, pull. Slow to lower. And exhale, pull. And slowly lower. All right. That was 4 exercises. So that was it. I just wanted to show you that even dealing with a prolapse, which is something that I have been dealing with for the last 2 years, you can still strength train. You just need to be sure that you are aware and doing mindful lifts so that you are supported and that you're breathing. So that is what I wanted to show you, and I hope that was helpful. I recommend you doing this 3 times a week, setting aside 15 minutes. My name is Jumelia. I've been a certified personal trainer for 25 years, and I earned my master's degree in athletic training. And with a history of prolapse, it has put certain things in perspective for me, where I have had to do deep learning about how to manage this injury without losing my fitness. So I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and like this video, because so many women deal with a pelvic floor dysfunction in their lifetime. So please like and subscribe. And if you have a comment, I would love to hear it. Is there something that you really are curious about when it comes to prolapse? If you post it below, I could make a video about that next and help more people, because if you have a question, other people have questions too, I'm sure. So thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video. I actually have a core video, and I'm gonna post that here. And if you are interested in doing a 10-minute core exercise program that helps support your pelvic floor and your prolapse, it's there for you. Okay, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and have a great day. Bye.